I wanted to add a bit about the documents for traveling with a baby. Apparently it's not very obvious sometimes that the babies who have two citizenships, they need two passports actually, ideally. And they need to leave the country with one passport and enter another country with another passport. And before getting a passport, at least in Australia, if you have a citizenship and you are eligible for passports, you actually need to obtain the citizenship certificate first. If, for example, you are on the residency and not the citizen. I think the same thing works for the other countries as well. I'm just not sure about the exact rules. But here in Australia, we actually had to obtain the citizenship evidence first and then the passport. So it's kind of a long process sometimes. If you want to travel after you just had a kid, just be sure you have enough time to process all these documents. Because sometimes it takes up to like a couple of months. For us, it took almost 3 months actually. So in our case, for example, for one of the passports and citizenships, we couldn't get an appointment quickly. So it actually took us a few weeks to only get an appointment in the consulate. Although the actual process of getting the citizenship and the passports were pretty quick, only like a couple of days. Whereas with Australian passport, it was quick to obtain the citizenship certificate, only like a few days. But then the passport actually takes 5 to 6 weeks only to be made and to post. I actually collected it myself, and it was kind of a tip if you want to get it quicker. It actually takes less time if you collect it yourself, just because the post time doesn't count. Also, what if it's lost? So I wanted to be safe and collected it myself. Of course, you can apply for some urgent timelines, but it'll be like double more expensive. And the Australian passport is already super expensive. We paid like $300 for the passport only, whereas the Russian one, we paid like $50 or even 20. And for example, in my mom's group, there are girls from Japan, and they said that it actually takes a long time to just get a birth certificate from Japan in order to get a passport then and the citizenship. And without this birth certificate, you cannot apply. So it's very different rules for every country. And make sure you check it before you plan your travels with the baby, if you don't live in the country of your original residency and citizenship.